very contentious, and it's been in the news lately. The National Council of States proposed a certain figure, that is 30,000 naira, which the federal government transmitted to the National Assembly. But it appears the governors have a different standpoint, and we saw a press release from the APC Governors Forum stating their own position, not quite in agreement with the National Council of States, which you insist should play an advisory role. So what's your immediate reaction to all of this?
Well, first of all, let me thank you for this opportunity, and to also say that all of us are products of the society. We are all Nigerians. And first of all, for any governor to even, for anybody to say we claim ignorance of this increase, is to say the least unfortunate. Because everybody, it's a matter that is constitutional. And in the first place, when something is constitutional, you don't even claim ignorant of it. It's not always an excuse. And you see the history of the increase. It's not today. It started a long time ago, and from Shagari down to Basenjo up to Goodluck and this time. Why did the president come to intervention? The president had to intervene when we came in. For me, I couldn't pay the salaries. I couldn't pay the salaries arrears of about 9 months and 13 months of pension. Federal government gave a figure, and the National Council of States now agreed and said, yes, we agreed to 27, but federal government will pay 30. That was what we forwarded. And for me, I'm a state, and I told my people, I had even made the proposal in the budget for 2019 for the payment of the minimum, the new minimum wage, and I said, yes, it's constitutional. If a law is passed by the National Assembly, it is now incumbent on everybody to pay. You have no right to say you are rejecting, or all you do is you make efforts to pay.
Your Excellency, the kind of understanding now you're seeking from labor and even the workers is almost impossible, because labor is insisting that governors should look for other ways to boost revenue. That if governors can boost revenue, then they can meet this 30,000 naira minimum wage, which some of them are even saying is not enough to even take care of an average Nigerian worker that is less than $100 monthly.
Well, if you are talking of boosting revenue, even boosting revenue at the national, is it something that you wake up on one day and you do it, or within 1 year and you boost revenue? It will be gradual. You have to put you have to put certain structures, and you need even money to put those structures. So what we are saying is that as we move on gradually on steps, we must also do it commensurate with the steps and efforts we are doing to raise the revenue, to raise the revenue, to take care of the minimum, of the new minimum wage that we are talking about. Otherwise, you take the federation, what you get from the federation, and you put it on the table. What I do always in my state is to put it on the table. Everything I get, I come back. They are the ones sharing. I say, okay, this is what we have. How do you think? Now, if what you have is not enough, if what you have is not enough to pay, what do you want the government to do? To go and start borrowing money? To start borrowing money? Is it that is really what labor will do? What I'm asking is that every labor should understand with the current situation. It's not that most governors are not making effort, but many governors are doing their best. They are making this effort, and so they should understand. They're also product of the society. I've seen a lot of them too attempting to contest to be governors. But our prayer is that at the end of the day, this matter, irrespective of political leaning, is resolved amicably in the interest, I must emphasize this, in the interest of the country and in the interest of Nigerians.
Let's talk politics now.
Yes.
People say you and your state is still basking in the euphoria of the large turnout of people, the electorate, supporters of your party when President Muhammadu Buhari visited and during his campaign rally. Is this indicative of the kind of support the APC enjoys in Plateau State?
Very well, and also not only the support, but also the kind of governance they are enjoying for now. And this is not the first time Buhari came to Plateau and had such a reception. In 2007, I was in PDP. When he came for an election, the level of mammoth crowd that came for him did not even allow him to get out of that car. And you know, when people go for Buhari, they are not, it is like like nature. Nature. The ordinary man will die for him. The ordinary common man, even if he's not in office, if he's not appointed, he's not getting anything. The fact that he will go and move closer to Buhari is something to him of satisfaction.
But people are asking, why is it so that things have changed? Some are saying that people have lost jobs, young people have lost jobs. Nigeria has become the poverty capital, as it is, of the world. But the APC is still talking about support, a large support base. That is this actually realistic? Is this the situation on ground?
Well, let me tell you that in creation, some leaders are created like that. God will create you, and you give you that gift that people will always believe in you. In some cases, the attitude of the leader will endear people to him. When people say it is out of worry that you see a lot of them coming to exhibit that, I said no. I said people see leaders and say, whatever it is, this is the man that we have hope in. We have our whole, we are building our hope in him. And whatever he will do, we will still want to build our hope in him, and we'll support him and follow him. So, like I was saying, in 2007, when he came, he couldn't come out of the car. In 2011, when he came for 2014, it was 2011 first. 2014, when he came, that was when we had the APC. He's coming to Jos. If you see the crowd in the stadium was so huge that when we were going, people were scrambling to go out to touch him. At the end of the day, a fence, one side of the stadium collapsed on people. It collapsed with people, and we lost three people. When we had our campaign, first, my flag off. People thought, and were also coming. Many people also came. They believed that he was going to come that day. He didn't come. Not that he was going to come. But then the last rally that we had in the state, where you saw that mammoth crowd, I can explain it in different ways. Number one is the good governance that we are doing in Plateau State. That one, I'm very proud to say that, because it's a good governance that we are talking about in Plateau State. In Plateau State, all the sectors are very comfortable. I must say that, because when the people were coming, when they heard that the president was coming, when they heard we were having that rally, even the labor contributed their money, because they have been paid salaries. These were people who were not paid salaries before we came. They contributed their money, bought their T-shirt, prepared their T-shirt, and said, we must be in the stadium. You remember when I had my flag off, it was on a working day. Yeah. I had a lot of query. They said, why did you do that on a working day? I said, it's for politicians. They said, no. What we want to exhibit is not politicians. We want to be very happy. We want to show the president that we are very happy in Plateau State. So they did their own. Workers, farmers, who are benefiting from so many gestures of both federal and state, also had their groups. They mobilized their members and came. The youths that have been taken off the street, as I am talking now, we have skill acquisition through our medium, small-scale investment. We've taken about almost nearly 40,000 youths now. In 2014, when we came out, that was the evidence, because at the day that the president came, it was they convinced everybody, because before then they said, no, 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 they didn't give APC. We had no APC in Plateau that time. We had APC, but it was not very large. But when we had that rally, it was believed that that thing shook the ruling party. And they said, look, if we are not careful, these people will win this election. And indeed, we won. Even the presidential election, I will say we won. Because I saw the voting chart. I still have it. Most of the areas PDP won, they didn't use card reader. They didn't use card reader. But most of the areas APC won, we use card reader. They didn't use card reader. You imagine an election that we were waiting for a result, they will keep that result for over 3 hours or 4 hours, doctoring the result and bringing it later. That was how we ended up with 48 and 52% for a party that was not on ground, 48 and 52%. So when we got to the main election, we won the election. We won the election. So if at that time, with that kind of intervention, we won, now that we have gone in, and with the level of intervention we have done in the state, Where there was no construction, there was no road, there is road now. Where roads were abandoned, we have gone in and continued with the construction of that road. Where there was no payment of salaries, I had paid all the salaries for 9 months. Where there was no payment of pension, we have paid. Where there was serious insecurity, there is no insecurity. Where there were no go areas, it is now go areas, free areas for everybody. What do you expect? Well, God Almighty is the next witness. I promise you that you will see the level, manner of voting. And that's why I'm not surprised that people are moving as we are talking. Many of them are now running from that party, from PDP to APC. If that day we are going to receive people, the number of people that would have received you would have been very, very surprising to a lot of people. You see senators running down, you see members running down, but they even denied us the opportunity to welcome the number of people that we are going to welcome. So I won't say that it was bad, but all Plateau people were saying is, Mr. President, we only want you to come to Plateau. Just come to Plateau, show us our respect, and go back. We are very happy with it. Wave us and go away. So that was what we were begging. You saw us on the screen begging. We are begging them. Okay, allow the president to speak. They say, no, we don't want president. Let him just wave us and leave. We thank him for coming. And we wave, all wave, and we left quietly. No problem, no fight, no commotion. But everybody was very happy with that. And the happiness of the majority is always the happiness of the leader. So I feel very comfortable with that. And I will always give you assurance and confidence that with what is happening in Plateau State today, I doubt if we will not win that election with a landslide.